be worried? Should I buy? Is the market going to crash? All these things. Well, what you noted, or what I've noticed, is recessions always result in some sort of a crash in some market somewhere, but it's rare that it's the same market close together. So it's very unlikely. I think we all know this. Real estate's not going to be the market, but we got a stat that is about auto loans. So I think student loans are at the top of my mind. How does that affect families in this recession? And then auto loans came up yesterday, which might be one of the biggest things. So maybe it's a consumer debt crisis we have now, not a real estate crisis like we had last time in the big recession. But auto loans, the average loan to value on auto loans right now is 140%. So that's kind of like real estate was back in the day. That seems like a glaring thing that's probably going to cause issues. But the beauty is that's another stat we can throw to people, this little script, and let them know it's not always about real estate. That's just what's prominent in everybody's mind because that was the biggest recession in recent history. So hopefully that's helpful. Now, something TJ and I were doing some research, and we're always doing research actually, but what we have this report, which we share with multiple people. I sent it to Shelly yesterday. And there's one really important statistic in that report. It's called a real estate report card. You can hit us up and we can get you a copy for any county or MSA. It's really powerful to sell on. There's a lot of data on there. But one thing that I think highlights an opportunity we all have in this industry right now is just in Salt Lake County, there's 95,000 renters that can afford to buy. So there's like 350,000 renters total. 95,000 of them can afford to buy. We should be attacking them and sharing all this information, sharing wealth creation through real estate with these people. Because here's the crazy thing. TJ actually found this stat. The biggest reason these renters are not buying homes today is because they think they need to put 20% down in order to buy a home. And so they're like not even close, right? The reality is we can do 100% financing. Like it's easy. It's not the best loan, but it's better than renting. That's for dang sure. So let's get these people in and be talking to as many renters as we can. That's a huge piece of the pie. So that is it. Thank you all. Good to see everybody.
Thanks, Brock. Great stats. Make sure you're sharing those. Everybody's still hearing people just nervous about real estate and buying. So this is super helpful. So thank you. Okay, and then we want to say thank you to Introlend. They are bringing us lunch today, I believe. So thank you. Yes. And then we just wanted to cover the weekly market recap. And are you guys seeing this on our Facebook page and are you sharing it? Yes, awesome. So great stats put together. So it looks like the last week we had 477 new listings, 250 new contracts, and 286 closings. So things are absolutely still happening. Yes. So share this. Just keep sharing it. We make it nice and pretty. Just copy, paste, copy, paste. And then I wanted to give a little plug for Mega Camp. Is anybody in here going to Mega Camp? Not a lot of people in here. I noticed that. Not a lot of people have registered. So who's been to Mega Camp? Only one person in here? Okay, well, I have. Oh, yep. Oh, that's right. I guess it's been a couple years since we actually had Mega Camp. So do you want to, can I put you on the spot? Do you want to share your experience? And what is Mega Camp? Why would I go?
So Mega Camp is catered to the agent that is ready to level up. So they basically, it's mostly done, family reunion is broken up into breakouts and classes. Mega Camp is mostly all in one giant room with panels. And they have some of the top agents in Keller Williams literally say, this is exactly how I do what I do. So I get on my clients from client events. So step by step, this is how I plan on my client events. So I do something with my sphere. Here's step by step how I do it. And it's amazing. You get inside these agents' heads and they literally just share with you everything that they're doing. And Gary Keller speaks to everyone. It's really fun, high energy in Austin, which is just super fun place to go out and play. So yeah, I've learned a lot from Mega Camp. It's one of my favorite conventions.
Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share their Mega Camp experience? 2 more people came in that I know have been there. Oh yes, he shared a video, which I don't have on here, but you will see it. He loves it. Zoom people. Cool. Yeah. So the nice thing about mega camp, so you hear us talk about family reunion, and typically by the time you travel and you stay for a few days, it's like a week. Mega camp is only 2 days, which is awesome. It's like a much smaller, more compact, mostly geared towards agents. Like that's the whole thing. So it's in Austin. It's super fun. There's a few of us going. We're up to like maybe 10 of us are going. So we would love to have you guys join. So check that out. It's the end of August. Softball. Who's going to come talk about softball? Who played yesterday? Have a few. Sammy, going to come talk about it? Awesome. So how did we do? What are the rankings? Where are we at?
Well, it was Sean versus Barry yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a forfeit for Sean, but we still played. Brent got hit in the leg with a softball. Camille was cheering. Trevor was getting things thrown at him. It was just a good time. Well, looking forward to beating him tomorrow.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. So tomorrow the Vipers are going to take out Sammy's team. I don't know what they're called.
The Sluggers.
They're the Sluggers. So we hit the batting cages yesterday. So we're all ready to go. So
Yeah, we'll see.
if you're not on a softball team, let us know. We'll try to squeeze you on one.
What a great coach. Awesome. Okay, thanks you guys. So Sean's team's out. Yikes. Okay. But we will be playing again tomorrow from 1 to 3 in the Glenmore field. It's a nice break from the day. It's really close to the office. So come on over and cheer. I heard you were the most amazing cheerleader. So see you tomorrow. And then here's a few classes we have coming up. So we have a 1-hour CE class from IntroLend, which is Mortgage 101, and that is tomorrow from 11 to 12. And then we have a Meet the Masters with Kenya. She's going to be covering build wealth through real estate. If anybody hasn't had a chance to hear her, just her story, what she's doing to build real estate, to build her real estate career. So this just, kind of going over her thing. She's a top producer in our market center. She's on the finance and technology ALC chair. She owns $4.5 million in real estate, and she purchased 8 investment properties within a span of 5 years. So she kind of knows the tips and tricks on doing that. And this year she started a property management company. So she's kind of doing a lot of things. She sells a lot of real estate. She also is a mother of several children. So very impressive lady. Come see her on Thursday from 1 to 2. And then our next fabulous trainer is Amy McMullen, and she's going to be teaching navigating DocuSign through Command also on Thursday. So come Thursday for a couple hours and get some really good trainings. And that's from 2:30 to 3:30. More softball. So it's also on Monday. We have lots of softball stuff, guys. And then principal broker class, how to stay out of the broker's office during the listing process, which is Wednesday, the 20th from 9 to 10 in the training room. So come hang out with Rich. Another training. Do you want to come talk about this one? So this one is being taught. Kimber's involved in this, so we'll let her explain exactly what it is, but also another one you don't want to miss.
Okay, so this is my friend Mike Hyde. What, does someone say something? Do you have something to say, sir? Just kidding. No. Okay, what? So Mike Hyde, he's one of my really good friends. He is from Montana. He runs a large team there. And he is over, he owns like the Cyberbacker franchise in Montana. So there's that too. So he is very knowledgeable on the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and he is coming here just to teach the MREA systems. He's going to talk about systems for you as an agent, things you can do to leverage in your business, which depending on what level you're at, there's always an opportunity to leverage, right? You don't have to be a $20 million producer to be talking about leverage. So we're just going to break that down. It's definitely not a command class. So I feel like people maybe don't come to stuff sometimes because they're like, oh, it's a tech class. She's going to talk about command. And then the 7 people that come are like, that was so awesome. And they're like, dang it, I thought it was a tech class. Nothing is a tech class here, okay? Let's just do that as a disclaimer. So come, it's here. So you guys don't have to travel. And it's 10 to 11:30 next Thursday. Yeah, like we're just getting it for free. And luckily Mike has family here. So he's like, well, I'll just come to Utah for free. I'm like, okay, thanks. He put my image on there, so I will be involved. But really it's the Mike show. Yeah. So good for every production.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for bringing him. We know you had a lot to do with that. So nice to learn from people out of our state, hear what they're seeing everywhere else. So come to that one too. Okay, and cross country, we have lots of people to thank today. So they are going to be sponsoring a barbecue. Is anybody ready for like summer barbecues? Anybody else have? Yes, we're going to do one here in the parking lot. So this is going to be on Tuesday, the 26th from 11 to 1 in lieu of team meeting. So we're going to take the business side off for a minute and just enjoy each other's company and have a barbecue. So please make sure you attend that. And then we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of our meeting today. So Nick, we're going to have you come on up and introduce your rookie rock stars.
Awesome. Well, you guys come on up. We got Rena, Christine, and Nicole. The moment you've all been waiting for. Do you think? No, whatever works. Okay, so we'll pass. So do you think I can use this microphone or not really? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so let me have. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. Sweet. Awesome. So thanks for coming. I'm sure you didn't want to listen to me talk anymore. You wanted to listen to these ladies. So I just want to give you a quick introduction. I mean, the way that we chose them were basically these are like the upcoming rock stars of the moment. So all of them have been very new to real estate, closing transactions, making money, and getting going. So super thrilled to have them up here today. So I'm going to give them a quick little, I'm going to introduce them to you real quick, and then you guys can each share whatever you'd like to about, who you are. But so this is Nicole. She's a brand new agent. Absolutely killing it. 100% self-motivated. Like she just does her thing. She just calls and asks one random thing here or there. Like she is just doing her own thing. She is just awesome. Yes. So Nicole's doing awesome. Christine, love Christine. If you've met her, I'm sure you love her too. She has a little bit of magic inside. Like she just knows how to make people feel warm and comfortable and just a really genuine person. So we love Christine, and obviously her clients love her too. And then Rena, of course, she is just like brute force. She has the most amazing work ethic, and she pushes through all the trials, all the hard transactions and everything, and just gets it done. So really impressed with all of them. Do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves as well? You can start.
I'm Nicole. Not much to introduce. So I
She's
was
a driver.
licensed in March. I'm not sure if this is working. Licensed in March. Closed my first transaction in May. So yeah, it's been good. And not much more. I mean, if you have questions, I can answer questions, but
Nicole is a D.
Yep.
I'm Christine, and I started in October and really kind of started in December, kind of working my business plan. And then I closed 3 transactions in May, and I'm going to be under contract any day now, hopefully today with my next one. So.
Heck yeah. Can you guys hear okay? Maybe, yeah, just hold it super close, your microphone when you're talking.
Hi, my name's Rena. I'm going to hit a year next month, and so far I've closed 6 and I have 3 under contract.
Whoop, whoop. Yep. So they're all killing it, just doing amazing. So, and I would say another reason why we chose them is because I think they have some different ways that they get their businesses. So it's going to be that they get their business. So it'll be interesting to hear kind of what they have to say about that. So let's just go ahead. First question, we kind of went through some of it, Let's just jump right into it. What types of lead generation have worked best for you as you're getting started?
So I've been door knocking, and that's what's worked best for me. I actually don't even go after my SOI. Eventually, they'll come to me. Is how I've kind of gone about it. I actually created a slide to give you guys some value on how I approach doors.
Yeah, so Nicole wanted to bring some good value with her door knocking. So
To give you a little background, a lot of my SOI is in the door knocking industry. I know multiple business owners for solar companies, so like Fluent Solar and Affiliate Solar, and then also for some alarms. So
Is this better? There we go.
perfect.
okay, do you have the slide pulled up?
Yeah. I can turn this too.
So the first one is the steps of a sales pitch on the door. Your first thing you want to do is break preoccupation. Second thing is your who, what, and why. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you there? Specific to their house and specific to them. It helps build rapport and it individualizes it. Transition into problem, then present follow-up with solution, and then transition to an option close. Now, if you hit a no at any of these spots before you move on to the next one, you didn't complete the previous step. So for example, if you hear it, I'm not interested, as soon as you begin step 2, it shows you didn't successfully break preoccupation. There are 2 types of no's: smokescreen objections, they're really just questions, and then conditional no's. Certain conditions make them absolutely unable to proceed. Practice differentiating between the 2. And then question-based selling. Keep all of your interactions conversational. You don't want it to sound like a pitch. You don't want it to sound rehearsed. Learn the neighborhood, lower, middle, or upper class, times majority of people are home. How do they like to do business? Who are the key influencers in the neighborhood? And re-knock an area every couple of months. So this would be like more farming. 2 types of consumers. The influencers, they make quick intuition-based decisions and are willing to take risks. These are the people that are willing to sell their home quickly.
Good, how are you?
The followers, they base their decisions off of evidence and proof of concept. These are the ones you follow up with
But can I
through
get
re-knocking.
200 of it back?
People buy with emotion and justify with logic.
Thank you.
That's it.
Awesome. So as you can tell, Nicole is very, she gets after it. So a presentation wasn't required, but she wanted to add a little bit more about her door knocking that she does. Yes.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you. No, so very specific ways about how she's actually door knocking, and she's done awesome. I mean, I don't see a lot of agents that get as many listings as she does right out of the gate. It's just because she goes and talks to property owners. So super impressive. Cool. How about you, Christine? No PowerPoint needed. It was not her.
Yeah, I left that back.
What types of lead generation are you doing, Christine?
I do, just because I'm starting out, I kind of want to try everything. And so I do door knocking. I've been kind of successful at that. Me and Alexis have a client from that. Me and Jamie also have a client for that. And then I cold call. I do it all except for, and so I'm just kind of trying to define what works for me. If I can get them at all facets of that, then I will. But door knocking has been successful for me as well. That's a really good one. Face to face, yeah, and SOI.
Awesome.
Mine has strictly been my SOI. When I first got licensed, I think I was going through Ignite and Nick challenged us to reach out to 25 people each day, and all of them were Facebook messages. And so my first 4 transactions came from just Facebook messages.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. So they do come from all different places. Like all these transactions came from different sources, I feel like. Okay, what's your advice for getting into production quickly? We could switch up the order too. Rena, do you want to go first? Um, what's your advice for getting into production quickly, specifically?
I don't know if mine was considered quickly. It took me from when I got started, it took me 6 months to close my first transaction. Um, the steadiness has been great for me, and that's just with the money's in the follow-up. That's the biggest advice I can give. As long as you're following up, you're not being pushy, but you're being persistent. They always end up coming back around. So
Awesome. Awesome. How about you, Christine?
Um, I'm with Rena. Just the follow up. It's all in the follow up, because if you get, I'm not ready yet, and you follow that up, then eventually they will be ready. And during that time, you can build a relationship with them, and then so that they feel more comfortable when they are ready.
Totally. Awesome.
I own mine actually to Brock, and his time blocking meeting, his lesson, that was life changing for me. And he mentioned in it 2 hours every day lead gen. That really works. That consistency, yeah.
Lead generation? That's not a very fun answer. Yeah,
That's the answer.
that's the. Cool. Can I ask a follow-up question to you, Christine? You mentioned that you've been taking listings with other people. Has that impacted your business? Is that like, what does that look like for you?
It has. I really like working with other agents, and I think just when you're new, it kind of helps to go out door knocking with somebody, and it's fun. It's fun to co-agent with somebody. It switches things up, and it's fun.
Awesome.
I've also been door knocking with Christine, and it's a lot more fun when you're going with someone. You keep each other motivated, accountable. There's been a couple times where she's like, "Oh, I don't want to go," and I'm like, "Let's just go," or like it's vice versa. She'll motivate me, and so I agree. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can just laugh with them and mhm.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Maybe you can start on this one. What is your value proposition? So what do you use what makes you stand out from other agents?
I go above and beyond for my clients. I really put in the time and the effort, and they see that, all the way through to the end of the transaction and even after.
Heck yeah. Is there a way that you can help them understand that? 'Cause sometimes it's hard to say, "Oh, I'll work really hard for you." Like, do you have any methods that you use to make sure they know that?
No, but I'll work on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just know. They can just tell. Christine, what's your value proposition? Like, what do you think makes you stand out?
I think for me is what I want to do is just a high standard, just to have that high standard, the white glove service, no matter what price point you have, it is treated as luxury.
Awesome. Luxury is not a price point; it's an experience.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm told. Awesome.
I would say the same thing, just going above and beyond, especially when you're new and you're learning, just being open and honest with everything and saying like, I don't know the answer, but I can figure that out, and just being right on it, like texting them right away, figure it out. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, what are your favorite parts of the business? Like, where are you finding your best successes, and what are you enjoying the most with your real estate career?
Surprisingly, I enjoy the high stress.
Wow.
Yeah. Like the problem solving and everything. I love it.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. What's your favorite part, Christine?
I just think getting out and meeting people and talking with people and adding value to their life, adding, if I could help them out in any possible way, that's what I really like having the phone ring and waiting for them to answer to tell them that we accepted their offer. That's like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. It just creates so much joy. Yeah,
yeah.
the wins.
Awesome.
I have a couple of favorite things.
Please.
One of them is social media marketing. I like making like dorky little videos. It's so funny when my family and friends, yeah, my family and friends always share my dorky videos, but they don't share my market update, and so that part is probably really fun. The second thing is just seeing how much you change someone's life, like when you get them to the closing table, and just how grateful they are for you. It really just, oh my gosh, it just makes me feel like I can knock a million doors after that. So, and then I think the last thing is just being around people with that are like-minded like you and just motivate you.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, what does a day in the life look like? Like what's a successful day in real estate for you guys? You can start if you, are you ready?
For oh no, we're laughing because I just made a TikTok about this. And so, no, I would say for me, it's definitely hitting my contacts for the day. There's a lot of things you can't control whether you get a lead or not, but if I at least hit my contacts and I know that I've had those conversations, that's pretty productive to me. And then of course everything that goes into getting contracts done or people under contract and the follow-up. So I would say for me that's successful day.
Yeah, I love it. It sounds measurable for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say measurable like with goals. So I have large goals and then smaller goals in between, and just getting closer to those makes it, a successful day.
Cool. So having something that's trackable, so you can,
Exactly. Yeah.
it doesn't always feel like you're winning every single day, but there's progress that you can make.
Effort.
Yeah. Awesome. Christine?
Yeah, same with me for both answers, really. I just have a list of things that I need to do, and I can't do anything until those are done. And then once those are done, I have a little bit more flexibility to go out and door knock and to do a couple other things.
Yeah. What it sounds like you have some non-negotiables. Can you share like what are your non-negotiables? Like what are those things that have to be done no matter what?
Like, well, the lead gen prospecting, really, that's what I'm trying to do each morning. No fail like that. I think because that's what grows your business. And so if I do that, it just feels like my day is a little bit more productive because I've already accomplished that. I've gotten off to a good start. And
Heck yeah. Awesome. Cool. All right. What are the challenges? Like what's been the most challenging for you in your real estate career? Who wants to go first?
I think for me, just keeping it steady. Like real estate has been like, oh, I've closed and then this and then. So like I feel like I'm getting to a point where I'm consistently getting business steady income. And so that has been my hardest thing.
yeah, yeah. Same. Just the consistency of it all. And I think that when I practice just a little bit of the lead gen in the morning, that really kind of makes the business go a little bit steady. I'm noticing. And so I'm continuing to see like what works and do that.
Awesome.
For me, I would say it is losing listings or agreements due to lower commissions. I know that's just a problem that needs to be solved with how I sell it, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Awesome. Yeah, we had a good conversation about that earlier. Nicole and I did, of just the standard that she sets. And I think all of her clients know that that's her value, and she's not caving on that, which I thought was pretty cool. So, okay. Anything? Well, do you want to just go through and give like any piece of advice that you'd like, and then we can take probably a few questions if you have some that you want to send. Anything else you want to add? It doesn't have to be monumental. We won't put it in a book unless you want us to.
Let's see. Private victories are what leads you to your public victories. So like the private small goals that you set and that you follow and hit, those then lead to, the bigger things of seeing someone have success so quickly at the first of their year.
Awesome. Christine?
I think working hard pays off. Just being consistent and constantly working hard. It's paid off. At first, I didn't think it was. I was like, well, where are the deals? Why am I not getting anything? What I'm working so hard and I wasn't seeing anything. And then I started to see things, and then I started to progress, and then I started to continue what was working. And then I really saw like I can maintain this. This is something that I can do. This is obtainable. Yeah.
Awesome.
Agreed to everything.
Same. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you sharing with us. Obviously, it's very like pertinent to you guys. It's very timely because you're going through it right now. And I'm just excited. Like these people are the ones that are going to be running, the future of our company. Really, like these are our top producers. So I would take advantage. I would take advantage of this time. What questions do you have about them or about their businesses? What questions do you have?
I've heard Brivia. Is that right? Brivia is very good.
Brevity, is that?
Brevity, maybe that's what it is.
That was-
Brevity, I've heard is very good. Oh, haven't set it up yet though.
So do you use Command or do you use like pencil and paper? Or
Yeah,
what are you doing
I've
with it?
used Command and a lot of just like in my phone, through my Mac.
Awesome. Should we ask everyone that? Is that okay if we just go down the line, or if you want to ask someone specific, just let them know.
Um, so mine has been my whiteboard. I don't know much about Command. I usually just whatever paperwork is done, I send it to my TC. And so sorry, Kimber, but I don't. It's been like if I followed up with them, they get a check mark. They get a check mark on my whiteboard. Yeah, exactly. So that's.
Kimber has a comment.
No, I think what I love about that is the honesty, really. And it doesn't matter if it's Command. I would just say my feedback on that is this is the opportunity. These guys they have what it takes, right? They have the secret sauce. Like they have the ability to connect with people, the connections, the grit, all of that. And how you make your first year become a 40, 50 deal business in 3 to 5 years is having a database, having the follow up, having the 36 touch. That's how all of these people and amazing like clients and business becomes future business, and you start building an empire. And so that's the only thing I would add. And to anybody here, right? I meet with people all the time that I've been in the business 10 years and I've got my phone, So you can definitely pull things off. And what does your business look like if you operate on that systematized way? So you called my name, so I just had to say it.
No, and I agree because in the $1 Million Real Estate Agent book, I think Gary Keller says if you're producing under 13 million, then you have a people problem. And so I've always had that in my mind, and I just always made that my number one priority. I think once you get past 13 million and up, it's a systems problem, and then so forth. But that's always, I know there's a lot that you can do within your business, but my number one thing has always been people. So,
Yeah, leads, listings, and leverage. At the beginning, you need leads. Then you need some leverage, which is systems. And then they say like 25 million and above, then you need leverage like admin and support staff like that, right?
So eventually I will get systems too.
Yeah. She has
When I hit
systems
it.
too, but Christine, what are you?
I'm right along with Rena. I am. I'm trying to kind of figure it out and see what works best for me. So yeah, I'm still like whiteboard too.
Yeah. And I think we'd all agree that the system that's the best is the one that you'll use and that works for you. So awesome. Cool. Yeah, Camille.
I have a question for Rena. I want to know what social media is working for you versus like different platforms and stuff like that.
So Camille is asking Rena about her social media and what that looks like for her.
I try to post at least, I try to at least post once a week. Sometimes I don't though, but TikTok, I have gotten people asking like, hey, can you help me find a home? So I have gotten a lot of organic conversations that way. Every time I post a closing or anything that has to do with real estate, I always like instantly always get a DM like saying like, so what are the first steps in buying a home? Like they're just out of curiosity. And so it has led to a lot of organic conversations, and it literally can be anything that. Yeah, so Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram are my main three. I don't think anything else I haven't used yet.
Awesome. Okay, what other questions have you got? Okay, Brian. Yeah.
SOI.
And door knocking.
How many hours a week are you dedicating to your door knocking?
2 a day. And you pull so many contacts, right? Like if you're on the doors and you're not getting, like, at least get their information, because then you can add them to your database and follow up. And
You said you're doing 2 hours a day? Awesome.
I do not do any calls. No, not unless I'm following up with contacts that I've already met through the doors.
Awesome. Clinton. Yes,
I
what's
don't-
your
I-
main door knocking pitch?
I do not use a pitch. It's conversation. So base it off of the person. Yeah, so you can start by giving them information. A lot of people want to know information about the market, so you can start that start there. It's usually just to see like, hey, have you noticed a lot of your neighbors moving? Or you learn the neighborhood to kind of feel out what's the area is like. So maybe a lot of people are moving in and out every couple of years, or maybe a lot of people are there and they've been there for 5 to 10 years. So they're ready for their next house. So it's different depending on the person. Yeah. And that's why it's really nice to keep it conversational based. Ask questions, get them speaking, and then you can find their hot buttons and go from there.
Sounds like it's not about you, it's about them.
Yep.
Cool. Christine, Arena, do you have scripts or any like angles that you have when you go to the door that you want to share?
I think just going off of her, a lot of it is based off of personality. I really try to gear my questions based off of their disc. And so if they're a driver, if they're more analytical, then that's what my conversation goes towards.
And then to what she said, when asking questions, do not ask yes or no questions. They will give you a no every time.
Cool. Okay. What other questions have you got? Okay, Lisa.
Love to hear it.
Okay, so Lisa asks, how often are you setting an appointment at the door?
Well, my first 2 weeks knocking, for example, after about less than 30 homes, I was under a listing agreement.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we can switch it out. I think this battery's dead, so let's switch the mic.
Okay.
So my first listing, for example, I knocked 2 weeks and less than 30 homes. I re-knocked the area, so I wasn't just burning through the neighborhoods. I was, going back and representing my face multiple times.
Awesome. Do either of you want to share? Because I know that all three of you have done door knocking at a pretty high level.
It's a momentum thing.
Anything you guys want to share?
Well, I did a door knocking just recently, and with Alexis, and the lady, she was absolutely no. The door was open this big, and when we left, the door was wide open. She was our best friend, and she was inviting us to go in to eat her food storage, if there was ever a thing. So I built the trust, and I asked the right questions.
How about Christine? What about when you and Jamie went door knocking last? When you and Jamie went door knocking, what happened there?
Yeah, well, we had our 35 flyers, and that's normally what I take out with us. And we knocked the doors. We had 3 flyers left, and we decided to do these 3. the last, and our last flyer, the lady answered the door and she said, yeah, I actually really do need a real estate agent, and we're listing her house the second week in August.
So don't give up. Keep going. I think of that little miner guy that's like got all the dirt and then all the diamonds on the other side of it. That's literally where they were. And they both were like, yeah, we were kind of going to throw in the towel, but Christine's like, let's finish it out. Let's make it happen.
And then we did, and she was like, yeah, I need a real estate agent. Her husband just died, and she needed to sell her house.
Awesome. Okay.
You can if you want, but you can also spend no money and just get on the doors. So, no. Just not.
Free prospecting activities. Awesome. That's a good budget.
You take a flyer?
Okay, any other questions?
I do after.
Okay, TJ.
I will do a flyer.
TJ's asking me how she became a real estate celebrity so quickly.
No, honestly, it started with the Facebook messages. I started in August, or I think it was during, we had a pumpkin patch. And so I invited them to the pumpkin patch. I wished them a happy Labor Day. Like, this is individually texting. I'm not just mass texting. And then Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving. And then January is when I actually officially said, hey, like, do you have anyone that has home goals for this year? And so it's constantly, every single month. I try not to miss a month. And then I also sent out mailers originally to everyone that I know. And then I also, just the constant posting on social, I think it builds in their subconscious, like I just trying to build their trust through that. So
Yeah, I definitely think there's a compound effect with the way that Rena does that. I might sound too. Shoot. So yeah, there's definitely a compounding effect. But I remember one time, and I can't remember how long. I want to say it was a month though, but I might be wrong. But I asked Rena because she was like, geez, I feel like I'm doing all this stuff and I don't see any of the results from it. And I want to say it was about 30 days in. And I was like, well, how many people have you reached out to? And she was like, about 900. I was like, dang. So when you see her results, like obviously that trails, but the work that we're doing today is paying off, 90 to 190, 120 days down the road. So you just have to push through it for a while. And she just did not stop. So she's relentless. Yeah. Yeah. The compound effect. Awesome book. Okay. Who has other questions for these guys? How do you stay motivated?
You don't. Big Mo always leaves. You stay disciplined.
correct. Big facts.
Or do you have something to add? Oh, okay. Okay, any other questions? Now a little time. You have questions. Does anyone have here? I don't think there are questions. Okay, any last questions? Awesome. It looks like there's food. Okay, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it. Really Okay, yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. Oh, Sammy needs a picture. We can put it on social. We're going to live make a TikTok. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. We have lunch. Sammy, Amy, you want to talk about our sponsor? Or don't we have lunch? I just see that there's food back there. I don't know. Oh, okay. Intralend is our sponsor for lunch. Grab some food in the back. Thanks for being here. And what's that? Oh, okay. Okay, have an awesome week. Thanks, guys.